Hey Aries, I need to sit down and talk with you about something that came up in today's reading, because honestly, the energy around you right now is absolutely incredible. I just pulled the cards for you, and what I am seeing is making me emotional in the best way possible because this is about your resilience, your strength, and how you have survived something that was genuinely designed to break you. Someone or multiple people tried everything in their power to destroy you, and I mean everything. But here you are, still standing, still breathing, and honestly thriving in ways they never expected. So let me get right into these cards because each one tells a specific part of your story, and I want you to understand exactly what the universe is revealing about your situation. The first card that came through is the Queen of Swords and Aries. This card is so powerful for what you have been through. The Queen of Swords represents someone who has been through absolute hell, who has experienced betrayal, pain, manipulation, and all kinds of attacks. But instead of breaking, she became sharper. She became wiser. She learned to cut through illusions and see people for exactly who they are. This is you right now, Aries. You went through a period where someone was actively trying to tear you down, maybe spreading rumors about you, maybe trying to ruin your reputation, maybe manipulating situations to make you look bad, maybe playing mind games to make you question your own reality. They were strategic about it too. This was not just random drama. This was calculated. They studied you. They knew your vulnerabilities, they knew what would hurt you the most, and they went for it. But here's what they did not account for. You are an Aries. You are a fire sign. You do not stay down. The Queen of Swords energy shows me that you did not just survive their attacks. You actually learned from them. Every lie they told about you taught you who your real friends are. Every manipulation tactic they used taught you how to spot fake people faster. Every attempt to break you actually made you stronger and more discerning. You are not the same person who entered that situation, and that is actually a good thing because now you can see through nonsense immediately. You have developed this incredible ability to read people and situations accurately, and nobody can fool you anymore, the way they might have been able to before. The next card I pulled is the World, and oh my goodness, Aries, do you understand what this means? The World card represents completion, achievement, success, and reaching a level of wholeness that seemed impossible before. After everything you went through, after all those attempts to destroy you, you are actually entering a phase of completion and success. The universe is saying that not only did you survive, but you are about to step into a whole new level of your life where everything comes together beautifully. This card often appears when someone has completed a major karmic cycle, when they have learned all the lessons they needed to learn from a difficult situation, and now they are ready to move forward into something so much better. What I am seeing here is that while your enemies were busy trying to tear you down, you were actually going through a transformation that was preparing you for massive success and fulfillment. They thought they were destroying you, but really the universe was using that pressure to forge you into someone unstoppable. The World card is telling me that you are about to experience success in multiple areas of your life simultaneously. Relationships, career, personal growth, financial abundance, everything is coming together. And the beautiful irony here is that the same people who tried to destroy you are going to have a front row seat to watch you thrive. They are going to see you winning. They are going to see you happy. They are going to see you successful. And that is going to be the ultimate proof that their attempts to break you completely failed. Now I am pulling the Nine of Swords, and I need to talk about this because this card represents what you went through mentally and emotionally during the worst of it. The Nine of Swords is the card of anxiety, sleepless nights, mental torture, and deep psychological pain. Aries, I am so sorry you had to experience this. This card is showing me that there were nights when you could not sleep because your mind would not stop racing. You were replaying conversations, analyzing what went wrong, questioning yourself, wondering if maybe you deserved what was happening to you, dealing with anxiety and stress that felt absolutely suffocating. The attacks against you were not just external. They got into your head. They affected your mental health. There were moments when you genuinely wondered if you were going to be okay, if you were going to make it through this, if the pain would ever end. This card validates that what you went through was real trauma. It was not just drama. It was not something you should have just gotten over quickly. It was a legitimate traumatic experience that affected you deeply. But here is why I am actually glad this card appeared in this reading. Because it shows me that you are now on the other side of that pain. The Nine of Swords represents the darkest part of the night, right before dawn. And Aries, you made it to dawn. You survived those sleepless nights. You survived the mental torture. You survived questioning everything about yourself. And now you are emerging from that darkness with a strength and wisdom that only comes from surviving something that intense. The High Priestess just came through, and this is fascinating because this card represents intuition, hidden knowledge, and spiritual wisdom. What I am picking up here is that during this whole ordeal, your intuition was actually screaming at you the entire time. Before things even got really bad, you had gut feelings. You had moments where something felt off. You had intuitive hits that were trying to warn you about the people or situations that would later try to destroy you. The High Priestess is acknowledging that you knew on some level, even if you did not want to believe it, even if you tried to give people the benefit of the doubt, even if you wanted to see the best in them, your intuition was picking up on the truth. And I think one of the lessons from this entire experience is learning to trust those intuitive hits immediately, instead of second-guessing them. The High Priestess is also telling me that you have developed serious psychic and intuitive abilities through this trauma. Going through that kind of pain and betrayal actually opened up your spiritual senses in a way that would not have happened otherwise. You can now sense people's true intentions almost immediately. You can feel when someone is being fake with you. You can pick up on energy shifts in situations before anything even happens. This is not paranoia. This is genuine spiritual discernment, and it is one of the gifts that came out of your suffering. The universe is also showing me through this card that there were spiritual forces protecting you throughout this entire ordeal, even when it felt like you were completely alone, even when it felt like nobody was on your side. There were spiritual guides and angels surrounding you, making sure that the attacks against you did not actually succeed in destroying you the way they were intended to. Next, I pulled the Ace of Cups in Aries. This is where I want you to really pay attention, because this card represents new emotional beginnings, healing, and the return of joy and love into your life. After everything you have been through, after all that emotional pain and trauma, the universe is getting ready to flood your life with genuine love, authentic connections, and emotional fulfillment. The Ace of Cups is like the universe saying, okay, you have been through enough. Now let me show you what real love looks like. Let me show you what healthy relationships feel like. Let me remind you what joy feels like. This could manifest in several ways. For some of you, this is a new romantic relationship with someone who is completely different from anyone who hurt you before. Someone who sees your value, someone who treats you with respect and genuine care. Someone who would never dream of trying to destroy you because they are too busy trying to build with you. For others, this is about healing relationships with family or friends, reconnecting with people who genuinely love you, or forming new friendships with people who actually have your back. But on a deeper level, the Ace of Cups is really about you falling back in love with yourself and with life. After being attacked and betrayed, it is so easy to become cynical, to close your heart, to decide that people cannot be trusted and that you are better off alone. But the Ace of Cups is saying that you are going to experience a beautiful opening of your heart again. You are going to remember what it feels like to be excited about life. You are going to trust again. You are going to love again. And this time, it will be from a place of wisdom and discernment rather than naivety, which makes it so much more beautiful and sustainable. The Nine of Wands came through next, and I need to talk about this because this card is literally the card of the survivor, the warrior who has been through battle after battle and is still standing. The imagery on this card typically shows someone who looks tired and wounded, but is still holding their ground, still ready to defend themselves if necessary, still refusing to give up. This is exactly your energy right now, Aries. You have been through so much. You are tired. You have wounds. You have scars. But you are still here. You are still standing. You are still fighting. The Nine of Wands acknowledges that you have every right to be exhausted and weary after what you have been through. The universe is not asking you to just get over it or to pretend like nothing happened. Your guard is up for valid reasons. Your caution around people is understandable. Your need for boundaries and protection makes complete sense after surviving attacks that were designed to destroy you. But here is what I love about the Nine of Wands. It is not just about survival, it is about resilient survival. It is about someone who has been tested repeatedly and has proven that they cannot be broken. Every attack against you, every attempt to tear you down, every manipulation tactic, every lie, every betrayal, it all just proved one thing. You are stronger than anyone realized, including possibly yourself. The people who tried to destroy you actually did you a favor in a twisted way because they revealed to you just how resilient and unbreakable you truly are. They thought they would find your breaking point, but all they did was prove that you do not have one. You bend, you adapt, you heal, you learn, but you do not break. Now the Ten of Swords appeared, and this is such an important card for your story because it represents the absolute rock bottom, the worst-case scenario, the moment of complete defeat and betrayal. The Ten of Swords is literally depicted as someone with 10 swords in their back, lying face down, seemingly destroyed. This represents the peak of what was done to you. There was a moment, maybe a specific event, or maybe an accumulation of everything, where you felt completely defeated, where you felt like they had won, where you felt like you had been stabbed in the back so many times that there was no way to recover, where you genuinely believed that you were done, finished, destroyed beyond repair. The Ten of Swords validates that yes, it was that bad. What you went through was not an exaggeration. The pain was real. The betrayal was deep. The attack was severe. But here's the beautiful thing about the Ten of Swords. It represents the end of that cycle. When you hit rock bottom, the only direction left is UP. The Ten of Swords is actually a card of completion and closure. It is saying that the worst is over. They already did their worst. They already threw everything they had at you. And you survived it. There are no more swords left for them to put in your back because you already survived all 10. You survived the absolute worst they could do, which means you have nothing left to fear from them. This card is also showing me that there was a death and rebirth experience here. The old version of you, the person you were before all of this happened, that person did symbolically die, but like a phoenix, you rose from those ashes as someone completely new, someone stronger, someone wiser, someone who cannot be destroyed by the same tactics anymore. The Four of Wands just came through, and oh my goodness, Aries, this card makes me so happy for you because it represents celebration, stability, homecoming, and the creation of a happy, secure foundation in your life. After everything you have been through, after all that chaos and attack and instability, you are entering a phase of genuine peace and happiness. The Four of Wands often represents finding your people, your tribe, your true home, whether that is a physical place or a community of people who genuinely love and support you. What I am seeing is that as you remove the toxic people who tried to destroy you from your life, you are making space for the right people to enter. You are going to experience what it feels like to be surrounded by people who actually celebrate you instead of trying to tear you down. People who are genuinely happy for your success instead of jealous of it. People who have your back instead of stabbing you in it. The Four of Wands is also about building something stable and lasting. After surviving destruction, you are now in a position to create something beautiful and secure in your life. This could be a new home, a new career, a new relationship, or just a new sense of inner stability and peace that nobody can take away from you. This card is the universe saying that you deserve celebration and happiness, and that is exactly what is coming your way. The Seven of Wands appeared, and this card is so perfect for your situation because it represents standing your ground, defending yourself, and maintaining your position despite opposition. The Seven of Wands shows someone standing on higher ground, fighting off challengers who are trying to knock them down. This has been your experience, Aries. You have been under attack. You have had to defend yourself constantly. You have had to fight to maintain your position, your reputation, your sanity, your sense of self. It has been exhausting because it feels like as soon as you handle one attack, another one comes. But here is what the Seven of Wands is telling you. You have been winning those battles. Every time they tried to knock you down, you held your ground. Every time they tried to make you give up, you kept fighting. Every time they thought they had defeated you, you proved them wrong. The Seven of Wands is acknowledging that yes, it has been hard. Yes, you have had to fight more than you should have had to. Yes, it is unfair that you were put in this position in the first place. But you have been handling it like an absolute warrior. You have been standing up for yourself. You have been setting boundaries. You have been refusing to back down, even when it would have been easier to just give up and let them win. And that strength, that refusal to be defeated, that determination to hold your ground no matter what, that is why they could not destroy you. They tried everything, but you would not let them win. You held your position. You maintained your integrity. You defended your truth. And that is why you are still here, and they are the ones who ultimately failed. The final card I pulled is the Devil, and this is so interesting because the Devil card represents bondage, addiction, toxic patterns, and being trapped in unhealthy situations. But in the context of your reading, I am seeing this card in a very specific way. The Devil represents the people who tried to destroy you and the toxic energy they were operating from. These were people who were themselves trapped in their own darkness, their own jealousy, their own insecurity, their own pain, and instead of dealing with it, they projected it all onto you. They tried to drag you down to their level. They tried to trap you in their toxic games and drama. They tried to make you as miserable as they were. The Devil energy is about control, manipulation, and keeping people small so you can feel big. That was their whole game plan with you. But here is what I am also seeing with the Devil card. You broke free from those chains. The Devil card can represent being trapped, but it can also represent the moment you realize you have always had the power to walk away, to break free, to refuse to play their games anymore. And that is exactly what you did, or what you are in the process of doing. You recognized the toxicity. You saw through the manipulation. You understood that staying in that energy was only hurting you, and you made the decision to break free, to cut ties, to remove yourself from situations and people that were trying to keep you trapped in pain and negativity. The Devil card is also telling me that while they thought they were destroying you, they were actually revealing their own darkness. Their attacks on you exposed their true character to everyone watching. They destroyed their own reputation in their attempt to destroy yours. They trapped themselves in karmic debt while trying to trap you in their drama. The universe has a funny way of making sure that people who try to destroy others end up destroying themselves instead. So Aries, let me bring this all together for you because this reading is powerful, and I need you to understand what the universe is telling you. Someone or multiple people tried everything in their power to destroy you. They attacked you mentally, emotionally, socially, maybe even financially or professionally. They were strategic about it. They were relentless about it. They genuinely wanted to see you broken and defeated. But here is what they did not understand. You are not someone who breaks. You are an Aries. You are fire. You are strength. You are resilience. And every single attack they launched at you only proved that you are unbreakable. The cards are showing me that not only did you survive, but you are actually thriving now, or about to thrive in ways they never expected. You learned from the pain. You grew from the betrayal. You developed wisdom and intuition that you would not have had otherwise. You discovered a strength within yourself that you did not even know existed. And now you are entering a phase of completion, success, celebration, and genuine happiness. The worst is behind you. The battles are over. The attacks have stopped or lost their power over you. And you are stepping into a beautiful new chapter where you get to experience real love, real support, real peace, and real success. And the people who tried to destroy you are going to have to watch you win. They are going to have to see you happy. They are going to have to witness your success. And that is going to be the ultimate proof that they failed. They did everything they could think of to break you, and you are still here, still standing, still shining, and honestly, shining brighter than before because you have been refined by fire. You have been tested and proven. You have survived what was designed to destroy you, and that makes you absolutely unstoppable moving forward. So keep your head up, Aries. Keep moving forward. Keep building your life. Keep loving yourself. Keep trusting your intuition. Keep setting those boundaries. Keep standing your ground, because you have already proven that you cannot be broken, and your best days are still ahead of you. I am sending you so much love and strength, and I am genuinely so proud of you for surviving what you have been through. Drop a comment and let me know if this resonated with you, because I would love to hear your story.